Sunil sat by the window, staring at the distant hills as the rain softly drizzled. The monsoon had returned to the small town of Haripura, drenching the streets with memories he couldn't shake. His thoughts drifted back 20 years to the day he and Rakesh had made a promise, the doers that would shape both of their lives. Sunil and Rakesh had grown up as best friends. They spent their childhood running through fields, swimming in the river, and plotting their future together. But the one thing that tied them together the most was their shared dream. One day, under the banyan tree near the village well, they had sworn to start a business together, a general store, the first of its kind in their village. We'll be rich, Rakesh had said, his eyes twinkling. We'll build the biggest store in Haripura. Sunil had grinned, imagining their future success. And we'll always share everything equally, he added. They shook hands, a gesture that sealed their bond. As they grew older, their lives began to drift in different directions. Sunil stayed back, taking care of his ailing father, Wallos Kidaus, while Rakesh moved to the city in search of better opportunities. Years passed, and though they kept in touch sporadically, the promise they had made as children seemed to fade with time. Then one day, out of the blue, Rakesh returned to Haripura. He was no longer the carefree boy Sunil had known. He was dressed in a sharp suit, his hair neatly combed back, and his face radiating confidence. Sunil! Rakesh called out, stepping out of a shiny car. Sunil, who had been working at his father's small provisions shop, was taken aback by his old friend's transformation. He quickly wiped his hands and hurried out to greet him. Rakesh! It's been so long! Sunil exclaimed, hugging him. Rakesh looked around the modest shop and then smiled. I've done well, my friend. The city has been good to me, and now I've come back to fulfill our promise. Let's open that store we always talked about. Sunil's heart leaped with joy. The dream he had almost forgotten was suddenly back in his grasp. Without hesitation, he agreed to join Rakesh in the venture. Over the next few weeks, they secured land near the village center, and Rakesh funded the construction of the store. Everything seemed perfect. However, as the business took off, Sunil began to notice a change in Rakesh. He became more controlling, making decisions without consulting Sunil. When Sunil brought up concerns about the profit-sharing agreement they had as kids, Rakesh laughed it off. Come on, Sunil. That was a childhood promise. Things are different now. I'm the one who invested all the money. You can't expect an equal share, Rakesh said dismissively. Sunil felt a knot forming in his chest. But we agreed. We promised we'd share everything equally. That was then, Rakesh replied, his voice cold. Grow up, Sunil. Sunil was torn between the loyalty he felt for his friend and the injustice of the situation. Days passed, and Sunil found himself being pushed further into the background of the business. He handled the daily operations while Rakesh made all the major decisions, taking full credit for their success. One evening, as Sunil was closing up the shop, he noticed the villagers whispering among themselves. He overheard snippets of conversation about Rakesh planning to sell the store to a big city corporation. Panic surged through him. He rushed to Rakesh's house, determined to get answers. Rakesh, is it true? Sunil asked, his voice trembling with anger. Are you planning to sell the store? Rakesh, lounging in a leather chair, didn't even look up. Yes, Sunil, it's a good deal. We'll make a lot of money. We? You mean you will make a lot of money? Sunil shot back. You're cutting me out of everything. Rakesh finally stood up, his eyes flashing with irritation. You think you deserve half of this. You didn't contribute anything financially. You just sat here, in this small town, while I worked hard in the city. This store is mine. Sunil couldn't believe what he was hearing. We made a promise. Rakesh, we built this together. How can you betray me like this? Rakesh's face hardened. The world doesn't run on promises, Sunil. It runs on money and power. Grow up. Devastated, Sunil left the house, his mind swirling with thoughts of betrayal and loss. He couldn't let this happen. The store wasn't just a business to him, it was the symbol of their friendship, the dream they had built together. Over the next few days, Sunil tried everything to reason with Rakesh, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Desperate, Sunil decided to take a bold step. He rallied the villagers, who had always respected his honesty and hard work, and together they organized a protest. They refused to support the store if Rakesh went ahead with the sale. Rakesh, shocked by the backlash, found himself isolated. No one wanted to buy a store that had lost the trust of the villagers. His plans began to crumble. One evening, Rakesh showed up at Sunil's doorstep, looking defeated. Sunil, I didn't expect this. The deal fell through. Sunil, though still hurt, felt a twinge of pity for his old friend. What did you expect, Rakesh? You forgot what matters most. You forgot about trust. Rakesh sighed and sat down, his voice softer now. I got carried away, Sunil. The city changed me. I wanted success so badly that I forgot about our friendship. I'm sorry. Sunil looked at Rakesh, seeing not the arrogant businessman, but the boy he had once been. The boy who had made a promise under the banyan tree. It's not too late, Rakesh. We can still do this together, the right way. Rakesh nodded, his eyes filled with regret. You're right. Let's fix this. With renewed determination, Sunil and Rakesh worked side by side to rebuild the trust they had lost, both with each other and with the villagers. The store became a success, not just because of its products, but because of the partnership it symbolized. Their friendship, though scarred, had survived the test. Promises are more than words. They are the foundation of trust and loyalty. In life, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters in the pursuit of success, but the bonds we form with others are what give our achievements meaning. Always honor your commitments, because relationships built on trust will stand the test of time, while those built on greed will crumble.